Good day, goeiedag, dumela, o amohetse mo moketeng wa tsa bonono wa Freestata. Ke nna Boitumelo Mohutsiwa, and in studio I have Erwin, who's going to tell us a little bit more about PACE.
Yes, PACE, very exciting. This started 3 years ago at the Free State Arts Festival. We had a long table conversation with a lot of artists at the festival, artists from the townships that were here, and there was a United Nations report that stated that of all the global creative output, meaning touring, exchanging, all of those things, only 1% came from the African continent, which is shocking, knowing how huge this continent is and also how much creativity there is. So we had a conversation about that also with the CEO of the National Arts Council of several other countries, and that's where PACE was born. And so PACE stands for the Pan-African Creative Exchange. And it's starting today. We finally made it here. That's why I look like this, because I haven't slept in so long. But we finally made it. There's a lot of international guests that are coming, predominantly from the continent, but also from outside the continent. And it's a showcase of African creativity. Predominantly performing arts, but also visual arts. We hope that it will grow into more also food and arts and crafts, which are included already this year as well, but also gaming, film, you name it. But this is our inaugural PACE, and it starts today, and it is for 4 days.
4 days.
And there is artists from 13 different African countries, all the way from Egypt, Nigeria, Uganda, to South Africa. Like, I think that's pretty much all around the continent. And then there are a lot of international guests that will look at that work, hopefully, possibly book some of that work, or even more importantly, that artists can connect to each other and possibly exchange and say, hey, why don't you come and create work with our company here? So it's not all about selling, but that is part of the project as well. So that is what PACE stands for. And when I say we, because I'm not at all the face of PACE. The face of PACE is actually Nike Jonah. She is the executive director of PACE, and I think you'll be talking to her later as well. And she is from Nigeria and London. She lives both. And Ricardo Peach, the festival director as well. The three of us have kind of like spearheaded it, but then there is an incredible team of many, many more people that are all from, actually a lot of local from Bloemfontein, but from the African continent, that really are behind PACE.
It sounds like such a great opportunity to be mixing with different artists and creating new works as well, and learning from people. Has anything from South Africa gone abroad because of?
Well,
PACE?
not yet, because it's the first time. So it just is starting today. So we won't know that. But yes, there has been South African productions that obviously have toured. PACE is in kind of 3 strands. So you have artists that will pitch ideas and creative works, but that aren't completely finished yet. Then there's a strand of work in process. So some of them need a little bit more work or have never toured before, so they kind of need to learn about that more. And then there's tour-ready work. And a lot of that tour-ready work, some of them have toured before, either within Africa or already outside of Africa. And for example, one really exciting show that was pitched last year in New York is Gregory Mkoba's Sian, the Vuyani Dance Company. So that's actually the final performance of PACE on Monday night, which is gonna be amazing. I saw it last year in Johannesburg. It is fantastic. So everybody should come and see that show.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Do you guys already know maybe where some of the things are going to be put up at the festival?
Yes. So tonight, like I said, it starts with The Little Prince, a work from the Theatre Lab, Market Theatre Lab. So we start with South Africa and we end with South Africa, but there's a lot of other countries in between that will present. The majority is at the Skyna and the Albert Wessel Auditorium, as well as the what do you call it? The badminton hall? Is that what it's called there? Yeah. So it's really in that kind of hub. That's also the PACE hub. And then some performances like Sian are in Paco, so that's actually is the only one. And then there is visual arts and arts and crafts and food. So it's a big party.
Yeah, it
It's
sounds
really
like a great
fantastic.
party.
Yes, for 4 days. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Erwin, for being here today and
Yes.
shedding some light on pace.
Thank you.
It's been great.
Yes, wonderful.
Thank
Thanks.
you. That's all we have for today with Erwin. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in.